Happy birthday. Today we are going to start our Auroville Festival 23. The main theme is Sincerity. So as an inaugural function, we have here our dear Naradji, who is going to conduct Om Choir. Many of us will know the significance of Om, but through Naradji, we are going to have the experiential session how the Om touches our body, mind, and our vital. Because Mother gave very important um, significance for three aspects of body, mind, and vital. So, all these three parts will be touched through the divine music. So, our very own Naradji going to do that session, and is then followed by Mother on Auroville. What she said about Auroville, because this is the high time we have to talk about Auroville and its important part in the universe. So thanks for being here in a special day. We start our session. This is going to be every day. So we like to have you all in the morning, 7 o'clock spiritual hour. Thank you.
Before I begin with the Om Choir, I would like to tell you a little about our going to Mother on her birthday and our birthdays. You know that Mother used to send a card to hundreds and hundreds of us. And even when I lived away from the ashram in America, that card would come by mail. And sometimes it would be that big. And it would say, Bonne fête. And then Mother would write my name and her signature. It was a moment we waited for the whole year, because when the Divine Mother wishes you a happy birthday, there is nothing greater in this world than that blessing. And now, today, I don't say we celebrate Mother's birthday. I say we honor it. We honor it with love and gratitude and sincerity. Mother has said about Auroville that sincerity is absolutely essential in Auroville. We must all get rid of the insincerity that dwells in us. We must not lie. We must never lie. We must always be truthful. We must aspire for something higher, something that is above our normal life of body, life, and mind. Last night we had the Life Divine with Ranganathan. And Ranganathan told the most extraordinary thing. He said these great yogis who have realized liberation, moksha, he said they were only in the higher mind. And then I said, well, what about Ramakrishna? And he said, Sri Aurobindo said that Ramakrishna was in the intuitive mind, all of his sayings and realizations. And Sri Aurobindo and Mother are so far above that. Intuitive mind, overmind, supermind. Now, the supermind is here, and it is with all of us. And it is no longer a secret. It is available to every person here, every child, every human being. We cannot live in Auroville without breathing the supermind. So I ask you today, on her birthday, to remember always beauty, truth, love, devotion, aspiration, and joy. It is, despite what people say, a joyous time, because the Divine Mother is with us. You can feel her if you just quiet your mind a bit. Let her presence enter your heart, and you will know she is there with you. Not just with you, but guiding you, helping you even to overcome your failings, your challenges. Mother is there at every moment with each of you. None of you can say, she is not with me. You know, I used to meet Mother, and I would put my head on her feet, and she would talk to me. And one day I brought her some flowers. The sticks of this flower that the I Ching uses to throw and get answers. Do you know that Mother was so interested? And at the end of our conversation, I was with Shamsundar, whom Mother put in charge of Auroville at that time. And what did Shamsundar say to me? He said, Narad, put your head in Mother's lap. Mother is now universalized. We can all put our head in Mother's lap. Auroville, she said, is an experiment for the world. It is not a small place in South India. It is not just an extension of the ashram. It is a model, a paradigm for the future, for a future harmony amongst nations. Mother says nations now speak of peace, and all they do is lie and build weapons. This is going to change, and the Divine Mother is going to change it, but she needs our help. The Divine Mother works through instruments, and we are her instruments. And even if we do a little bit, we make a small progress, it's something for the world, not just for us. It's something for the world's manifestation of truth and beauty and love. So I will ask you today on Mother's birthday to make one small effort. One small effort. Maybe it's to love someone whom you did not love. Maybe it's to feel that each one of us is the divine hiding in a body, a female, a male, a child, it doesn't matter. The divine is in each of us. And He would like to be revealed. He would like to break through these veils that we have put on ourselves, these veils of family and education and environment and work and all this that really means nothing. What is important is that we make an inner progress in some way, in whatever way you can. If you have problems, offer them to the Divine Mother. She will take them up and she will change them. She will relieve you of all these difficulties that you face. And there is no doubt that we face difficulties because they are in us and we are representative of the whole world. So it's impossible that we don't have difficulties to face when we are an example or must become an example for the whole world. If you have any questions before we do the Om, please ask them, because this is a good time for us to meet, to be in harmony. You know, we have a flower called the hydrangea, and it doesn't usually bloom here, and yet it is blooming. And there's a lady in Pondicherry who can get them to bloom all the time. And what did Mother name them? Collective harmony. This is Auroville's work. How to find that collective harmony where there are no disagreements, no arguments. There can be different viewpoints that we share, but beneath everything, there is a unity in each of us. And that unity is the Divine Presence. Any questions? It is an honor, of course, for me to be with you today. I will go to Pandi, and I will go to Mother's room, and I will go to Mother's flower garden at 10 o'clock, and I hope you all will go also, because the moment you enter there, you will see this extraordinary display of flowers that is done so beautifully by these very devoted people. And it's very close to Solar Kitchen, so you can all go there easily, and you will be touched by the beauty of flowers. And I'm going to give a talk in 2 days on the significance of flowers. Here, okay. Pardon? Wednesday, yes. At the same time, 7 o'clock? 7 in the morning on Wednesday. We will talk about flowers. Could you all bring a flower on Wednesday? That would be wonderful. And we can look at them and we can hold them. There was a little girl last week. I think she's 5 or 6 years old. And she had a flower in her hand. And I said, you know, if you take that flower and put it against your heart, it will go directly into you. And that child, with such intense concentration, closed her eyes and put that flower against her heart. We should do that with our flowers. We really should do that with all flowers. This is a magnificent world. Do not look to the darkness. Do not concentrate on the darkness and the evil and the falsehood. Remember that one drop of light can destroy all darkness. The Chinese have a saying, don't curse the darkness, light a candle.
Naradji, she likes to ask a question.
Pardon?
I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
We would like to hear what is your experience when you started with Omkar?
Oh. I was very young. I was only 23 years old when I first came to Mother. And it was not easy to come to the Divine Mother. I took a ship from San Francisco, and we went via the Alaskan Passage, and we ran into a typhoon. And this was a ship that carried 200-foot long redwood logs, that big, hundreds of them. And I watched them break off like toothpicks into the sea until the deck was empty. The captain called me up and he said, 1 more degree and we will capsize. And I said, no, I'm going to Mother. We can't capsize. And we didn't. But it still wasn't easy. I got stranded in Japan. What a blessing. And the Japanese authorities said, you don't have permission to leave Japan. And therefore we have to take you off this ship. I didn't know what would happen, but I knew within that Mother was guiding me, and I had to experience the beauty of Japan. And I had weeks to do it before I was able to fly to Chennai. I had 1 shirt, 1 pair of pants, and a pair of broken chappals. And I had 10 rupees. And the bus was 3 rupees from Chennai to Pondicherry. And when I came here, I was greeted with such love and taken into the arms of Ashramites. I can't even talk about it. That kind of love, that kind of love for Sri Aurobindo and the Mother entered me and has never for once left me. But I came to her November 23rd, 1961. And the next day was darshan. So I was there to see the Mother for the first time on darshan day. Then, within a couple of days, she called me and asked me to come, and I spent 1 hour with her. 1 hour. No one else in the room, only Mother and me kneeling at her feet. And she told me, you must bring down a new music. How did Mother know that I was studying music? How did she know? She's seeing me for the first time. No one has told her about me. No one knew me. And I was studying for the Metropolitan Opera. I had a scholarship, 4-year scholarship, and was studying with a great German teacher. And Mother says to me, you must bring down a new music. So I said, Mother, I don't know how to combine words and music. And Mother said, no, raising her hand like this. You must go far above words and bring down the pure music. Oh. And I have been doing that for these 61 years. But for the last 20 years, I received another Adesh, and it said, Om only and collective, not just me, no more me, but all souls, wherever you go, all souls, and we are here today. So, how do we do the Om? It's very important. The first thing, and the most challenging thing, is to forget ourselves. Forget this little self here that is in a physical body. The poets like to say, made of clay. Many poets, even Sri Aurobindo has used that beautiful epithet. Now, if we can forget who we are, if we can close our eyes and just become an instrument, then the Divine Presence will be able to sing through us. Not through us individually, but through us as a collective body. And what happens is that we feel something descending, and that something is the Divine Presence entering. And it has been in this room for many, many years. And in the square room also. And tonight, on Mother's birthday, we will have an Om choir also. And I invite all of you. 3 weeks ago, we had 120 people. And then we had another 100 people the next week. Even during COVID, we always had an Om choir. And so I welcome each soul here. I send you love from Sri Aurobindo and the Divine Mother. I invoke them to help all of us grow in spirit and in truth, to represent to the world what Auroville truly means. When we start the Om, we'll just hum on one word. Recently, in these past years, I have been asking people to read some lines or recite some lines from Savitri, because Savitri is mantra. And when we recite Savitri, even a few lines, that mantra enters into all of us. We don't have to understand it at all. Just allow it to enter. So, We will concentrate. We will leave the ego outside, and we will leave the mind outside with all its incoherent judgments. So nothing has to be here except this wonderful collective instrument to receive this force of the divine grace. And truly, it is divine grace. It will touch all of you. You may not be aware of it, but eventually you will remember this day when the Divine Mother came to us in this Sangam hall to touch us, to give us her love, to give us her power, and to give us her blessings. I ask for one note. Anyone can sing that note, and we will all begin. A note. A few lines from Savitri.
All the world's possibilities in man are waiting as the tree waits in its seed. His past lives in him, it drives his future space. Its presence adds fashion, its coming fate. The unborn gods hide in his house of life.
You see that the seed which is planted is going to become a tree. And in each of us, the divine force and grace has also been planted, or we would not be here. Remember that as we open for the next Om. A note. a few lines from Savitri.
She knew not self, forgotten was Savitri. All was the violent ocean of a will, where lived captive to an immense caress, possessed in a supreme identity, her aim, joy, origin, Satyavan alone. Her sovereign present in a being's core, he beat there like a rhythmic heart, herself, but different still, one love, enveloped, clasped, a treasure saved from the collapse of space.
Around him shone a great felicitous day, a luster of some rapturous infinite. It held in the splendor of its golden love regions of the heart's happiness set free, intoxicated with the wine of God, immeasured in light, perpetually divine.
A note. Before the next Om, I want to talk to you about a satsang evening that we have every week at Uma and William's house. It is only for people who are deeply interested in Savitri. And I have been asked last week to begin from Book 1, Line 1. So you are invited to come if you truly want to immerse yourself in the magnificence of this mantra. We will be there from 6:30 to about 7:15. May I have a few lines from Savitri, from someone different?
Built is the golden tower, the flame child born.
A note. Sri Aurobindo spent decades of his life writing Savitri. Each time he rose to a higher plane of existence, he rewrote Savitri. He never meant for it to be complete. In fact, Book 1, Canto 1, he wrote and rewrote 50 times. 50 times. He would be questioned by some of his disciples, "What are you writing?" And he wanted it to be an overhead descent of poetry, to see how far poetry could be written from the highest range of experience. And he, of course, is the avatar, the Lord. And so we have in Savitri, of all the great epics of the world, the highest mantric epic ever written. We'll do one more Om and then conclude with a brief meditation. A note. In the name of the Mother. In the name of Sri Aurobindo, I invoke their blessings on every soul here. Go in courage, without fear, without doubt, on this marvelous adventure of consciousness and joy. Namaste.
Thank you, Naraji. And thanks each one of you for joining in this session, the first session of the festival. I kindly request you all to attend all the sessions from now on. We are moving to Bharat Nivas and Unity Pavilion, walk and talk with Lakshay and Jyoti Prasad sir. Each session going to be a special touch of Mother's grace and blessings. So we want you all for all the 8 days to be the part of this collective aspiration. And Naraji will be conducting the first part, Om Choir, every day. Please be here and be a part of this divine family. Thank you all. Happy birthday. And thanks for Madam Secretary here. Without her support and guidance, it is highly impossible. So we have to give thanks to her and Naraji for being here. Thank you.
This evening, there is a beautiful, as we said, that we are working on 4 aspects of the mother. So, first is Maheshwari. So, there will be Manipuri dance by a beautiful, two beautiful dancers who have come all the way from Calcutta. So, please do come. You will see the spontaneity, the grace, and the beauty of Manipur region, which is in the mountains. So, thank you. And it is at 7 o'clock at Bharat Nivas Sri Aurobindo Auditorium.
Thank you, everyone, to be here. And I would like to invite everyone to attend every day and be here with us, with Naradji and Madam. Thank you.